After 4 straight glorious events on the road, the UFC is unfortunately back at the Apex for another Apexy card, but there's some good fights on there, and as always, plenty of money to be made. Let's get into it. First fight of the night, we got Julian Erosa taking on Melky Costa. So Erosa is 31-11. This is actually his third stint in the UFC. He is 9-7 overall. Costa is 23-7. He is 4-2 in the UFC. Both these guys are on 3-fight win streaks. Erosa getting up there, 35 years old. Costa just 28 years old. I'm going to take Melky Costa money line here, minus 180. I'm throwing it in a parlay. I'll get to it later. He's 7 years younger. He's arguably beaten the better competition on his 3-fight win streak. Also, Julian Erosa is so hard to trust, man. He's been finished 7 times before, and he gets hit 3 times more often than Costa. Truthfully, I get burned every single Julian Erosa fight, so can't bet on him. Riding with Melky. Let's go. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, I like the over 1.5 here. You could throw it in a parlay. It's minus 170. Erosa hasn't hit it in 5 straight fights, which sounds worrisome, but he hit it 3 fights in a row before that, so it's not the craziest thing for him to hit it. Also, Costas hit it in 5 of his last 7. Another prop I like, fight end by knockout. It's plus 100 right now. 12 of Erosa's 31 pro wins have come by knockout, and 7 of Costa's 23 pro wins have come by knockout. Also, both guys have been knocked out a combined 9 times before, which is wild. Last but not least, fight does not go the distance. You'd have to parlay it. It's minus 170. 33 of Erosa's 42 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 19 of Costa's 30 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 72% combined. Next fight of the night, we got Dustin Stoltzfus taking on Nursultan Ruziboyev. So Stoltzfus is 16-6. That is 3-5 in the UFC. Ruziboyev is 35, 9-2 with 2 no contests, 3-1 in the UFC. Stoltzfus has alternated wins and losses in his last 6 fights. Ruziboyev has won 11 of his last 12 fights. Stoltzfus, 33 years old. Ruziboyev, 31 years old. I will never take Dustin Stoltzfus. I am riding with Nursultan Ruziboyev money line here all day, minus 260. Throwing it in the parlay. I'll get to it later. He's got twice the amount of MMA experience, and he's a freaking hammer, dude. 33 of his 35 pro wins have come by finish. That's 94%. Stoltzfus, been finished in his last 4 losses. He's arguably one of the worst fighters on the roster. I'm just going to be honest. And watch him get the upset here. I mean, what the fuck are we doing? No. But I'm taking Ruziboyev all day. If you guys are looking for anything else, fight does not go the distance. It's a hefty price, minus 400. Definitely throw it in a parlay. But 14 of Stoltzfus' 22 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 37 of Ruziboyev's 48 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 73% combined. The over 1.5 is plus money, plus 105. Stoltzfus has hit it in 5 of his 8 UFC fights, but Ruziboyev has only hit it once in his 4 UFC fights, so a little risky, probably why it's plus money. And if you do like Dustin Stoltzfus, which I don't know why you would, but maybe you would, take him by decision, plus 600. He averages over 2 takedowns per 15 minutes, and Ruziboyev has a 0% takedown defense. Yes, 0%, which makes me really freaking worried in this fight. Ruziboyev's lone loss, he was in the UFC, he was taken down 4 times. He hasn't been finished in 9 years either, so I could totally see Stoltzfus wrestling him to a decision. Just saying. Hope not, but could happen. Next fight of the night, we got Sadiq Yusuff taking on Myron Santos. So Yusuff is 13-4, that is 6-3 in the UFC. Santos is 15-1, that is 2-0 in the UFC. Yusuff has lost 3 of his last 5. Santos has won 3 straight. Yusuff will be 32 years old next week. Santos still just 24 years old. I got to take the dog here. Yusuff money line, baby. I almost said Yusuf Zalal. Sadiq Yusuff money line, baby. Plus 124. All 3 of his UFC losses came to top 15 guys at the time of the fight. Edson Barboza, no longer ranked, but you know what I'm saying. 2 of which are still in the top 6. Diego Lopez, Arnold Allen. I mean, those are not bad losses whatsoever. Also, Myron Santos arguably lost his last fight. 0 media members, 0 scored the fight for him. 2 judges did. I don't know what the fuck they were watching. He got wrestle fucked by Francis Marshall easily. Sadiq Youssef, probably not going to wrestle him here at all, but I do think Sadiq's the better striker. You're giving me him at plus money, I'll take that all day. Guys are looking for anything else to take. The over 2.5, I like a lot. It's minus 235, though. Pretty hefty price. You got to throw it in a parlay. Straight up, both guys have hit it in 4 of their last 6 fights. I think this one probably goes the distance, but if it doesn't go the distance, Youssef by KO is plus 650. 6 of his 13 pro wins have come by KO, and Myron Santos' lone pro loss came by KO. Just saying. I could see Sadiq knocking him out, but most likely, probably decision here. 29-28 Sadiq. Calling it right now. Co-main event. Very apexy co-main event here. Let's just be real. Paul Craig taking on Rodolfo Bellato. So Paul Craig is 17-9-1. That is 9-9-1 in the UFC. Bellato is 12-2-1. That is 1-0-1 in the UFC. Craig has lost 3 straight, but they all came at middleweight. He'll be back up at light heavyweight for this fight. Bellato is unbeaten in 5 straight. Notice I said unbeaten. He's won 4 of his last 5. He had that draw with Jimmy Crute. Craig is 37 years old getting up there. Bellato still just 29 years old. I'm taking fight does not go the distance here. It's minus 600, very hefty price. Parlaying it with Melky Costa money line and Ruzaboyev money line gets us plus 151 for that 3-legger. Like that a lot. 24 of Craig's 27 pro fights have not gone the distance, and 13 of Bellato's 15 pro fights have not gone the distance. That is 88% combined. So I don't see this one going the distance, straight up. If you guys are looking for anything else to take, I did dabble with this. If it was minus money, I might have thrown this in the parlay, but the fact that it was plus money, I was like, shit. But you might take it as a single. Over 1.5, plus 115. Pretty good price on that. Craig's hit it in 4 of his last 6, and Bellato's hit it in 5 of his last 6. Like, these guys tend to hit the over 1.5. They're giving it to you at plus money. Just saying. Another prop I like, fight end by knockout. It's minus 190, so you'd have to throw it in a parlay. 9 of Craig's 27 pro fights have ended by knockout, and 9 of Bellato's 15 pro fights have ended by knockout. Also, both these guys been knocked out a combined 7 times before, so totally on the table. Speaking of KO, if you like the favorite Bellato, take him by KO. It's still minus money, so you'd have to parlay it. Minus 160. 7 of his 12 pro wins have come by KO, including his last 2 wins, and Craig has been KO'd 5 times before. Main event, Gilbert durinho Burns taking on Michael Morales. Gilbert, 22-8, 15-8 in the UFC across lightweight and welterweight. This will obviously be at welterweight, where he is 8-5 in the UFC. Morales is 17-0, 5-0 in the UFC. Burns has lost 3 straight, but they all came to top 5 guys. Morales is undefeated, so he's obviously won 17 straight fights. Gilbert getting up there, 38 years old. Morales still just 25 years old. I feel like he's been in the UFC for a minute. He's still just 25. I don't know what to say here, guys. I had to take Gilbert Burns money line at this price, plus 600. Is that a joke? I mean, he should be the dog. He shouldn't be plus 600. He should be like plus 200. Already mentioned, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but they came to the current champ, JDM, the former champ, Bilal Muhammad, and the number 1 contender, Sean Brady. That is not a bad losing streak whatsoever. Michael Morales has not fought anyone in the top 15. Why is he such a big favorite? Gilbert also averages 2 takedowns per 15 minutes. Morales has been taken down by 2 different opponents before. Gilbert took JDM down 7 times. Bilal took him down, what, twice? I mean, what are we doing here? I feel like Gilbert all day for the value, right? I don't know. He probably doesn't win, but plus 600, I have to take it. Guys are looking for anything else, take the over 2.5 is minus 165, so you could throw it in a parlay. Burns has hit it in 5 of his last 6, and Morales has hit it in 3 of his last 6. Fight end by knockout, another thing you'd have to throw in a parlay, minus 180. 12 of Morales' 17 pro wins have come by knockout, and 6 of Gilbert's 22 pro wins have come by knockout. And Gilbert's been knocked out 3 times before. And if you do like Michael Morales, take him by decision, plus 200. Only 4 of his 17 pro wins have come by decision, but 2 of his last 3 wins have come by decision, and Burns has lost by decision 5 times before, including his last loss.
I'm worth 100,000 like Woodrow. When a ball call me Wilson, going overboard at the Hilton.